Greetings! I'm Rodger Newbold, the host for the Experience Photography's video podcast, presentation number 70. And welcome to Studio One North. My great partner, one of my best friends, splendid photographer, and editor for this episode is Mr. Matt Rich. What's interesting today, sir? Great. I've got a self-inquiry for today, and I really want you to think about this. Who are you really, and what are you doing here? After having been involved with photography for 50 years, I find many of the overall creative challenges continue to abidingly remain the same. We all start with wanting to photograph all that we see, and we just learn enough craft to dive in with both feet and try to give it a go. So many are disappointed after some good attempts. They're trying to create eye-catching pictures. The exposed images go off the lab, followed by total disillusionment as the results return. Amazed and astonished that our work did not return appearing, well, as masterful as Ansel Adams or Jay Maisel or, as we discussed last time, Jerry Uelsman. You know, we go hide in a corner and get thoroughly depressed. Happily, there comes a time when we eventually hit a technical plateau. And that keeps us going. It keeps us trying. Most don't realize that this brand new plateau is where playtime ends. This is where real photography begins. Today, with our modern cameras, one may become technically proficient instead of a matter of years, maybe a couple of weeks. You have to read this as, hey, look, I own a real cool camera, and it works, therefore it makes me look good. I don't know why, but it does. However, the lab keeps returning well-exposed, drab duds. Wake up! It's time to discover that books on photography offer very little in terms of creativity. However, books on art do. If you're waiting for the lab to send you something back that is stimulating, then you better be sending them something full of emotion. If you decide to make images full of passion, then you must learn to get closer to the subject matter. Now I see everybody pulling out their longest lens for the next shot. I'm sorry, that's not exactly what I meant. Miscommunication? Most likely. It may require a longer lens, but what I meant was you have to understand and identify with or connect thoroughly with the subject. Getting emotionally closer is how you reveal something passionate about your subject. Lest ye have immense empathy, don't count on a superior return. Great photographs are the result of a creative mind that understands the tools and the methods and the techniques that enable him or her to ardently reveal the subject's essence. Take a look at Michael Kenna's photo below. I've got an editorial comment here for you. By sad experience, Matt and I humbly offer this piece of advice. If you are at least bit tempted to make a photograph, do it right now. Of course, as I've repeated numerous times, you must have a camera with you. Neither the light nor the subject will ever look the same, or worse, it will never feel the same later. Whether the feeling comes from the light or your response to the subject, it will never be the same. We've also learned that the most expensive part of photography, it's not the tools. It's the cost of time and travel. Do it now, so you're not under duress to have to return in the exact same conditions to try to get the photograph that you really wanted. Stop! Do it now. Take a look at this picture. I called it "The Party Will End." When you're sitting there at a wedding, in this case, I'm looking and all of a sudden I realize, do it now. Pull out the camera and shoot. And I love this one by Matt. When all the stars align, shoot it. It's so great. You know, art is what we call the thing that an artist does. It's not the medium, it's not the film or the price, or whether it hangs on the wall, or whether you eat it. What matters, what makes it art, is the person who made it. You know, they overcame the resistance. They ignored the voice of doubt. They made something worth making. Something risky. Something human. Art is not in the eye of the beholder. It's in the soul of the artist. The eye should learn to listen before it looks. Robert Frank. You know, self-expression, this is one of our leading motivations for creating art. It's the core, the need to express emotion and or thoughts that may be difficult to convey verbally. A great photograph can become the voice of the soul. Art provides a powerful outlet for an individual to express the best of their inner reactions, experiences, and perceptions. We have found that it is important to the mind to discover, analyze, and do something new each day. Now, your brain, along with the creative powers, atrophies when it's not regularly exercised, just like any other muscle. Don't become brain dead by simply sitting and humming to yourself. You've got to do something. Even if it's looking at other photographs, it rubs off. Storytelling is one of the greatest ways of making images really sing. Despite the myriad of reasons in your bag of excuses, you can always make up a story of some sort. Even ancient man recorded personal narratives and directions and cultural myths with the primitive art-making skills. You can draft a story for your children. You can express a wonder of your vacation. You can doodle a dream. I am the walrus, goo goo gajoob. John Lennon did it. We can do it. Come on. That will initiate thoughts for a photo to connect and express to viewers your creative storytelling powers. You can build a book, say 5 pictures with typed or handwritten text embedded in a 5x7 print. You can simply staple it together or use a lock ring or something like that. Be quick, just do something. Pure beauty and aesthetics. Well, many are driven by their muse or a profound appreciation of the beauty discovered all around the world. Some photographers like Alfred Stieglitz, he made images purely because of the splendor revealed. Take a look at New York City long ago. Here's Stieglitz's picture of the Flatiron Building. Whew, so cool. Stieglitz was also appreciative of Georgia O'Keeffe, who later became his wife. Good-looking Georgia there. During his long career in photography, of gallery management and publishing, Alfred also was a great creative experimenter. And he concluded, if there was enough light to see, surely there's enough light to make a photograph. So, old Alfred's bundled up in several layers. You got to wear them winter woolies in New York. And he set out one cold and snowy winter night to prove his theory. Presto, one of the first long-time exposures of the city at night. Alfred got it. I'm reasonably certain if Stieglitz could disclose such an image 100 years ago with a rickety old wooden view camera, you can make almost anything with our contemporary gear. We don't even have to worry about or calculate reciprocity failure or color shifts. Digital has an edge on your momentum. Fortunately, the very act of witnessing beauty and recognizing these underlying patterns and harmonies of life can move artists profoundly. In turn, the creations become not just artwork, but odes to beauty. A celebration of the sublime patterns, rhythms that both encircle and elevate us. I mean, really, come on, you've got to do something. Look at historical records. As Stieglitz just exhibited, what we shoot today may become the historical record of the future. We believe that you should create your own images and get some online where they will be in orbit forever and a day. Tragically, I fear most of our photographic work will be discarded the minute we cease to breathe. Gone unless you have published or made other serious, expensive provisions. Look and memorize and memorialize major events or societal changes that contribute to the memory of times ahead. Beyond the transcendent life, artworks remain bearing testimony to the artist's existence, the emotion, and the perspectives. Get something online now. Just do it. Get it out there. Personal growth is another good reason. Artistry is not merely about creation, but also about constant self-discovery and evolution. Every piece of artwork serves as a marker on the journey of growth. As artists venture deeper into their craft, they uncover new techniques. They challenge established norms and push their boundaries. Each artwork is not just a standalone piece, it's a chapter in an ongoing narrative. It contributes to comprehensive bodies of exploration that chronicle your journey. When artists are urged to make art, one profound realization is that many artists come to understand is that with every new project, they are not merely defining or refining their craft, they are learning and evolving in their perceptiveness and learning. By revisiting themes or trying new techniques, they're mapping out their personal growth. You do this and you begin to understand the world around you. This journey is vividly visualized in your work, allowing both the artist and the audience to trace progression over time. I don't know who William Stafford is, but I liked his quote that I found in a book. Your job is trying to find out what the world is trying to say. Isn't it true? That's what we're all doing. So sharing the growth, just as athletes compete against their own best times, setting a new personal record, an artist too finds himself striving to outdo their own previous creations. However, it's not just about besting oneself. Engaging with the art community and comparing one's work with that of your peers and absorbing external influences all play pivotal roles in everybody's artistic development. You gotta get out and associate. You've gotta mingle. Mutual growth and competition serve both as motivation and a gauge for your personal advancements. With an emphasis on learning and inventiveness, there also comes a boost to your character. It underscores the importance of embracing change, seeking inspiration from diverse sources, and remaining open to feedback. You know, those dreaded critiques. Integrating these principles into an artistic journey ensures not just skill enhancement, but also personal enrichment and expansion. Artwork then becomes a testament to the artist's ongoing commitment to growth and exploration. Now, here is one conclusion. The motivations behind creating art are as diverse as the artists themselves, whether it's for personal fulfillment, cultural commentary, or for emotional exploration. Art plays a crucial role in our human experience. Creating wonderful photographs allows us to express and connect with each other in more meaningful ways. Each piece of art tells a story, reflecting unique perspective of its creator, inviting viewers to engage with it on various levels. So do something passionate today. Photography is not an intellectual game, but an emotional response to a charged living. I got that out of Bill Jay in one of his books. He was a great photographer and teacher, and a commentary in Lenswork magazine for a long time before he passed away. And I think this is important to take for what he said. Live a charged life. Look at a charged image. This is Canyon Luminosity by Matt. Our friends, we encourage you to join with us. Subscribe, ring that bell. Most of all, give us a big thumbs up. Well, our time has elapsed for today. We have tried to offer suggestions that will help you manage your creative choices wisely. We anticipate that if you place yourself in a passionate, creative mode, you will capture cracking great images all the time. Seek the impossible, our friends, and you will never be disappointed. Matt and I salute you. We thank you so much for watching and helping build our channel, making it something more important. So until we meet here again, a tip of my hat to you. Cheerio.